Hello, friends. Welcome to the latest episode of this podcast series where I share a favorite poem with you every day. Today's episode is going to be very short. I'm going to read just one poem by Khalil Gibran, and this is the famous Lebanese poet Khalil Gibran, whose book Prophet became a worldwide sensation. Khalil Gibran is one of those three poets, including Rilke, the German poet, Austrian German poet Rilke, Rabindranath Tagore, and Khalil Gibran, the three early 20th century poets who became like the bridge between traditional wisdom and modernity. They are the poets who took the traditional mysticism and they had modern outlooks, and they merged the two to become like the bridges between the two worlds. And that's why they are very, these three poets from different parts of the world are very unique, but at the same time it kind of shows that how the modern world was created, the 20th century, three of the greatest early 20th century poets. So I without further delay, I want to read this poem. And this is a poem. Being a parent myself, I remind myself of this poem very often. I had discovered Khalil Gibran during first year of my college. He was my a very favorite teacher's favorite poet. He was my teacher. His name is PM Krishnaraj. He's a great technology guy, but also a poet at heart. He reads a lot. So he recommended Gibran to me when I read him extensively, and I realized how great this poet is. And this poem struck me immediately and made me realize how wrong our parents have been, and how we as parents can be better. So this is a note for parents also. So something that all of us as parents must know, must be aware of. On Children by Khalil Gibran. And a woman who held a babe, and a woman who held a baby against her bosom said, "Speak to us of children." And he said, "Your children are not your children. They are the sons and daughters of life's longing for itself. They come through you, but not from you. And though they are with you, yet they belong not to you. You may give them your love, but not your thoughts, for they have their own thoughts. You may house their bodies, but not their souls, for their souls dwell in the house of tomorrow, which you cannot visit, not even in your dreams. You may strive to be like them, but seek not to make them like you. For life goes not backward, nor tarries with yesterday. You are the bows from which your children, as living arrows, are sent forth. The archer sees the mark upon the path of the infinite, and he bends you with his might, that the arrows may go swift and far. Let your bending in the archer's hand be for gladness. For even as he loves the arrow that flies, so he loves also the bow that is stable. It creates such a powerful metaphor. Here he is the Almighty, the God. So parents are the bow which bend so that the arrow can go far. And just as he loves the arrow that flies, he also loves the bow that is stable. The more the bow bends, the furthest the arrow goes. In such a simple, this is like a comparison that poets like Kabir would do. But through a natural object, he will create a bigger metaphor. This is what Gibran does in the second half of this poem. Beautiful. This image remains stuck with me. We are the bows, and our children are the arrows. They will go far, and for that to happen, we will have to take that pain. We will have to go through those, and our parents have done the same for us. So this is not something that we should not try to control our children. We can house their bodies, but not their souls. We can love them, but we can give them all our love, but not our thoughts, because they have their own thoughts. Because like a river. Children, they only flow forward. The time flows only forward. I get little. I personally find it very difficult to digest that when I grow old, I might also become a cranky old man who says, "आजकल के बच्चे किसी काम के नहीं." I don't want to think like that. I personally look down upon adults who think that way. This is the basics of evolution. Every generation will get better than the previous generation. That is the fundamental principle of evolution. And those who don't believe in it are personally, no matter how old they are, how respectable they are, I find them foolish and narrow-minded. And I find, and Gibran taught me to think this way personally. I also might have become a more bitter person towards the young generation, but this poem reminds me to be positive of the young generation. We have to know that their souls reside in the house of tomorrow, and which we cannot visit, not even in our dreams. So Gibran remains a guiding light. His poems on love, on family, on marriage, they're brilliant poems as part of his prophet. So this is they are a little preachy, of course. So are Rabindranath's poems, so are Rilke's poems, but they carry that ancient traditional wisdom, and that wisdom is modernized in their own powerful, beautiful, poetic ways. So do read Khalil Gibran's Prophet. It's a great book that all of us should read. So thank you so much for being a part of today's discussion. Do share your thoughts on Gibran. I'm sure you would have read his work. Some of you would have definitely read his work. And take care and stay safe. We'll meet again tomorrow with a new poet and a new poem. Thank you so much.